Hey guys, Luke here. We're back for another episode. So we take on the Channel 9 crew. So anybody who Channel 9 degrades pretty much, the jizz over at any point. Whether it include like their on-air personas or like I'm not talking about like the favourite and all that sort of stuff. Well, I'm talking about they're the people who do the jizzing, but I'm talking about the people who like get on the footy show all the time, or in some cases they're not particularly on the footy show, but they just get talked up all the time. You understand who I'm talking about when you hear those people. And sometimes a few people, like I was kind of clutching at straws, so I'm just looking for some people. So the reason they're in there is not particularly because they get that bad, but you know, just needed to fill out the squad. So I've got the team in front of me. You're about to see for yourself the team lineup, and I'll let it come up there, and I won't like go through the team when it comes up here, but I'll go through it throughout the game because I've got it on my laptop and I'll be able to see it in a sec. So they're running out here. I may as well start. So we got Billy Slater, we got Beau Ryan, Jarryd Hayne, Inglis, Dylan Walker, James Maloney, Benji Marshall, Sam Burgess, Robbie Farah, George Burgess, Sam Thaiday, Sonny Williams, Paul Gallen, Tom Burgess, Luke Brooks, and Jamal Idris. Now we're going to the reasoning. Try not to spend too much time on some of them because we'll try and distribute it all throughout the team. And you notice that some of these guys throughout the team, there are people that you can bring in. Obviously Cameron Smith is one. I think they might be on the payroll. Cooper Cronk's another one that they like to, like anything they do. Like, I can understand Smith, but like sometimes Cooper Cronk, he'll just do like a regular pass and be like, oh my god, Cooper Cronk, what a pass. He's so good, that guy. Did you know he went and trained over in America? Like, Cooper Cronk's a good player, but it's annoying how they go on about him. So we'll start off with Slater. So the reason he's in this side is, yes, they go on about him a lot. I guess because he's a Queensland dude, so he's popular with the Queensland people. But he's on the footy show a lot, so that's why he's in the side. Yeah, I think he's like contract with Channel 9, 100%, and he's on like those footy show and all that quite often. Thursday night is what I'm talking about. Because if we're counting the Sunday one, then so many people are on it. And this isn't including Fox Sports people. Maybe I'll do a Fox Sports one in the comments, but maybe not. So also leave in the comments. So I've just said the team that I think Channel 9 jizz over. Who do you think are Channel 9's favourites? Leave in the comments. Do you agree with my team? Some people obviously are going to agree, some people won't. Let's go Cameron Smith by himself. Oh no, we're going to get held up. Yeah, so we did Billy Slater. So we've got Beau Ryan next. So he's the poster boy of this. He is probably the reason I've done this. Oh my god, it's so annoying how they go in there. So, like, I'd like to think that he doesn't actually think he's like a stand-up comedian, but he seems to. The last he does, like, sometimes like he actually is funny, other times it's a hit and miss with him. But a lot of times, I hate how he gets on there, and if anybody says anything bad about the Sharks or about like Benji Marshall, Robbie Farah, like he defends him so much, even when it's obvious that like there's nothing to defend. Like, it's kind of annoying, and it feels like everything he says, he feels like he always has to try and be funny. Like if he was like, I don't know, I prefer if he would just like a normal host who just was funny rather than try and be a comedian who hosts as well, if that makes sense. But yeah, some of his, like the Bono stuff, it's getting a little bit stale now for me. I guess there's only so much you can do, and I don't really like how they're trying to turn him into like the man. Like, if like it actually feels like they're trying to like groom him to be like a replacement host or something, and I don't think like I don't particularly think he's got that good hosting skills. He might be alright. I mean, he probably could come into the Fatty role, because obviously Fatty's not the greatest host either, so probably a bit hypocritical of me to say that Beau Ryan is not a good host, or wouldn't be a good host, when the actual current host isn't particularly very good, like as a traditional host. I guess that's why they got Mark Slater there to do that sort of stuff. It makes sense, because I mean, he's not affiliated with football or anything, except for the footy show, so I guess that's a good indication that Fatty isn't there to be the proper host. It's Slats who do all the main hosting. while I'm on it, I'll just say Aaron Maloney annoys me too, but I mean, it's I don't know if it's her fault or not. I think it's just, I don't know, just something about her. I don't know what it is. And then we go into Jarryd Hayne. I mean, most of the time he gets the support of Channel 9 greatly, but particularly whenever he's in like hot form, like to go back to 2009, like actually pretty much ever since 2009, every video package with the Eels has always got like him just from that season, that sort of stuff. That's the reason I've got him in there. You can say it's a little bit harsh, it probably is harsh. Please catch that. No, it's out in the fall. Damn, that's such a shit kick. Come on, get it. Come on, Johnson, you can do better than that. Yeah, so I'm clutching at straws really for centre, just trying to fill in. But then, speaking of Inglis, our Inglis is going to go in and score. Going to race away. Yeah, he's in their side as well. Inglis sort of the same as Hayne. Inglis is a good player, but do we need to see that many video packages for him? Like really? Like every time it's like Rabbitohs, or there's particularly, they're also in this side, but be like either the Burgess brothers or Greg Inglis rather than Rabbitohs. And then we move on to the wing spot, which is another Rabbitohs player, and it's only particularly sort of happened this year, and it isn't really too bad. It's just I'm just looking for a winger, and it kind of fits the mould a little bit, and it doesn't particularly go on the footy show or nothing, but it's worth putting in, and that is Dylan Walker. Now you might be thinking, why would he be in there? But like Andrew Johns and all those Brad Fittler, they always seem to go on about him a lot, and like he is a good player, but they just don't shut up about him. Like he touches the ball like once and run 5 meters, and they'll say, what a good run from this kid, he is something special. Yeah, so that's the reason he's in there. Then we move to James Maloney. Yeah, he's a Channel 9 dude. I don't know how he's still in this. Oh no, come on, B-Moz, for real. And then we have an intercept. Yeah, so I don't really know how he has a gig still. He started off pretty funny. I think he's still in there from the line like a few years ago about him barbecuing alone or whatever it was. But yeah, like it was really funny. Like I cried like watching that. But now it's been years later. Like, come on. Do we need to see him on like every second week? And then also they like jizz over him as well whenever he does something good. So yeah, there's Maloney. And then Benji Marshall. Might be a controversial one. Like in previous, like if I did this last year and I said Benji Marshall, people would say, oh yeah, definitely, he's like the main one. But right now, like he hasn't really done too much. I mean, he was on the footy show a few weeks ago, but that was the first time in like a year. But you just got to look back to last year. I can't just pretend that didn't happen, because it did happen. So we go back to last year, like when he was leaving for rugby union, like they full did like sit down interview, like they were all like freaking like emotional as. It was kind of funny, but whatever. And you know, just generally anything Benji does, they jizz over. He does a little flick pass, and oh my god, Benji Marshall, oh my god. And as you know, the flick pass gets played back so much. It was the flick pass was good, but you know, they keep showing all the highlights of Benji all the time. Like whenever it used to be Tigers, it wasn't Tigers playing, it was the Benji and Robbie show. I mean, I guess they're the best players, but you know what I mean. Same way as they show like Inglis and Burgess. And here's Tompkins. I really hope Tompkins does do it, and also I have a feeling that like it's like who will be the next Burgess and Sonny Bill, because like they're leaving, so who's going to step into their shoes? Well, I have a feeling it might be like Ben Barber or someone, because they're in Brisbane and they'll pick out some sort of Broncos player. Maybe Ben Hunt. I don't know. So we'll move into Robbie Farah at hooker. Obvious reasons. I mean, he's not like on the show all the time or something, but you know, Beau Ryan always talks about him, and they always seem to be talking about Robbie Farah. So that's why he's in the side. And then we got the whole Burgess family, particularly Sam, but by association they always seem to bring up the whole family. And you just got to look at the moment. Like I swear to God, they rigged this game. The Tigers Rabbitohs game where they put all 4 of Burgess on just for the sake of it, and they did the run after like one after another, and like they get the mum on the field after, and She's always on camera, like they always show her up in Russell Crowe's box. Just it's really cringe-worthy. It's like, come on, we know that they're good and we know that they're there. Just do you have to show the mum, really? I forgot to say. Then we move on to probably the pin-up boy, apart from Beau Ryan, and that's Sonny Bill Williams. Oh, we didn't get a repeat set. Sonny Bill Williams, he is a good player. We understand that. The way they go on about him, like he is, like I don't think he's the best player, and I wouldn't even say he's the best forward, but he's most skillful, most marketable. So I get it. But come on, like really, like before he'd even played a game, like watching the video, like they done full-on video promos of him just standing there and doing like, it was as if he was like about to go and do a pay-per-view boxing event or something. It was kind of stupid. Well, not kind of, it was stupid, and it really annoyed me considering I'm a Bulldog supporter and I keep having to get rubbed in my face that our best player walked out in this. Bitter. Hashtag bitter. Guess that's what you can say. Semi Radradra scores. I try that so many times at Cameron Smith, doesn't work. I tried it once with someone else and it worked perfectly. Whatever. And then we move on to Sam Thaiday and Paul Gallen. I mean, I did it a bit randomly there. I just went straight to Sunnyville, but he's second rower. Thaiday, he's kind of like the Queensland dude. Like, they just need the token Queenslander in there, and he fits the mold. I mean, he's pretty good on TV. Like, I must say, like, he's like plays music. Like, he's really good. Like, he's not on there because I hate him. Like, not all these guys. I don't dislike all these guys. It's just Channel 9. They're Channel 9 guys. Just some of them I just don't like because I just don't like them. Oh, get Brooks. Don't let him score. Or how we're going to let him score. God damn it. Should have been holding them to nil, but whatever. So yeah, Sammy Thaiday, really entertaining stuff. Like whenever the Queensland does a camp, seems to be him who does all the interviewing for the team, all that sort of stuff. And he is good, but yeah, like I said, he has to be in the side because he is a Channel 9 guy. And I suppose there's honourable mention to Josh Reynolds as well. He gets on the footy show quite a lot, but they don't really dick ride him, so I didn't include him. Yeah, so Gallen. I'm going to mention Gallen. He's on it quite a lot. He does that segment, like he's involved with the Beau Ryan skit thing, the multi-channel, whatever it's called, and he's always on the show every few weeks. I'm not sure how being the SADA thing will affect him when he'll be on the show next, but as right now they always praise him a lot over everything. Yeah, I mean, you know, you could say that it's well deserved, and I suppose you'd be right when saying that. I mean, I wouldn't say you're wrong, but yeah, he's just in there. He's not as bad as others by any means, but enough to be in the side to be in the top 17 at least. Because not, let's be honest, they don't do that many people, so he makes the top 17. And then we go into the bench. So we got the other two Burgess bros that I've already talked about. The starting ones were, you know, the main ones are George and Sam, because they're the better players. Sam particularly, like Sam's like 80 of it, and then George is like 10, and then the other twins are like 5 and 5, if for percentage wise of how much Channel 9 is on them. Actually, their mum is like 20. And then I just heard, like, I haven't heard really too much of the commentary, and all of a sudden, like, that pause, like, I heard the commentary and I was like, oh, that's cool, it's commentating. It's kind of random because I know he's commentating, but just processed in my head for some reason. And then the final two players are Luke Brooks and Jamal Idris. Now, Luke Brooks isn't on the... Oh, we can see another try. Luke Brooks is really... Like, I don't think he's ever been on the footy show or anything, but, like, Andrew Johns particularly... Like, pretty much just Andrew Johns, and then because of Andrew Johns, the rest of them go on about him, like, you would think that this dude has played 300 games and is the best thing ever, and he's still getting better and better and better. Like, the way they talk him up is unbelievable. Like, there's so much hype about him, and I think it's kind of going to ruin his career, to be honest. Like, Andrew Johns talked him up so much, and like, from the immortal Andrew Johns getting talked up, and then people comparing him to him, and I don't think he will be that good. I think he's just too small, to be honest. I think he'll be a first grader, just won't be like a superstar player, which is what they're all expecting him to be. But like, Channel 9 just all over him. I think probably in a few years' time he'll probably be like the face of the game, whether he's a top player or not. And then the final player is Jamal Idris. Like, do it quickly. He's on the footy show. Like, hasn't been on lately, but he's on the footy show quite a lot. So that's the team. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week, but I thought it was really fun to make the Channel 9 side. The few players who I was tossing up whether to put in, but that was the final team I decided on. Leave in the comments who you think should be in the Channel 9 side. And also, if Adam, may as well, what would be your Fox Sports side for all the people contracted with Fox Sports, like Ennis and all that doing commentary? Brad Nestler. But yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, and then I forgot to press stop, so this is the official bye. Bye. Bye.